the pacing changed. Where basically, for those spoiler alert who have not seen it, it goes from we're inside this wall and we're facing monsters to an allegory for certain conflicts in the world that I'm not going to get into right now.
I was like, what?
But it turns into like, it's an island of that's basically like an open air prison, if you will, and then it's facing and basically it's Eldia now. I thought that was pretty cool. You hate that, don't you?
I don't want to say I hate it. It was just like, one, the transition was like a little too hard for me. I was like, this is a really hard transition to what we're like. It's not that I'm against having a storyline like that. It just went from one thing and this being completely different, I guess.
Because the end of season 2 was three was probably the greatest episode.
Yeah, I was like this. I was like, because when Armin when they were trying to figure out who's gonna get the Colossal Titan, it was gonna be Irvin or Armin. I thought that was fantastic. Yeah, I thought that was so well done.
Like, charge!
I thought that was incredible. And then how Armin, but before that, how Armin took out Berthold like himself.
Yeah,
and
that was great.
I thought that was cool. It just, I maybe it was something I just wasn't expecting the direction for the show to go to, and they did it kind of like that. It became this info dump thing, and it became more exposition, and I started like, oh god, and I kind of want them to show as opposed to like just info dumping, lore dumping, like everything. So out of the gate, it didn't really vibe with me that well. So I had a hard time like getting into it. One thing I did like though, I did like the animation change.
Oh, so good.
I thought the animation change was really good, and I think it fit what the story they were trying to tell. Because I mean, I liked the animation early on, but I thought like this, it wouldn't have worked well with the story, that the story turned into. So I thought the animation fit whatever story that they were trying to tell. But like, I thought that it just wasn't really doing it for me. I'm not against a story being told like that. I was like, I wasn't really expecting to have that you know why? 'Cause I'm like, you're seeing these big titans with goofy faces, and then I wasn't expecting to see, genocide or the Holocaust. I was like,
I mean,
it makes
the show is itself is genocide.
But I know, but it was like, I thought it was going to be more of a like, there's this god or whatever, and so, I don't know why. In a way, I guess Amir in some way, but it was just I don't know. I guess I just wasn't ready for that to be the story.
The best defense for your argument that I think I sent it to you. Someone on Reddit was like, their thing was it was a quick hill, like the hill turn for Eren would have been a lot more believable if they kept Erwin alive and let Armin die.
I don't know why I just felt it. It just didn't do it for me, especially in the beginning. I mean, there are characters I liked. I kind of like seeing Gabi Owens, Candace Owens.
That's so funny
because I was like, half nigga Gabi. So it was interesting seeing her. It was interesting seeing her character. Kind of having this self-hatred of her own people and seeing how her character developed. And it was weird because it was just like, I was supposed to hate Reina. Now I gotta like him, but he was still kind of doing the genocide. Yeah. So I was like, this is weird.
That's why I thought it was cool, because it was like, it got to a point where I'm like, wait, who do I even like anymore? I hate everyone.
Because like at the end of the first part of the final season, when like they were, I guess, on the roof, and then like Eren transformed and you saw Reina come in. Yeah. I'm like, am I supposed to be cheering for Reina now? I'm like, this is like, isn't he still kind of like not great? It just felt like a weird trend, because I liked the show as it was. I don't think, because I know a lot of fans are like, it was deeper and more complex. I don't think that necessarily makes it a better show.
Yeah,
I guess I still think they could have had it. Now, they did need to change though. At the end of season 3, I said we can't keep fighting on top.
You would have rather it been like a war. Like, okay, we found out who's sending them off.
Yeah, let's I think that's what I was kind of more expecting, because I was like, we can't keep fighting on top of houses. Like we're in the same house.
So basically, you're like, if they didn't have honorary Marlians, you would have been like, forget that part. Just have them fight the Marlians like they're just bad in general.
That's what I thought it was gonna go. Again, like I'm not against having a story like that. I think it just happened kind of quickly. Kind of quickly.
Yeah.
And something I wasn't expecting. So I was kind of like thrown off a little bit.
Because, okay, my only complaint about the later seasons is that I feel like they're just keeping, like, Eren has just a wee bit of plot armor. He's running, and Gabi, like, shoots him, beheads him.
Oh, beheads him, yeah.
And then the monster catches the head. I was like, no, wait, no, just miss. Like, don't shoot, like, don't do a thing, and then, like, you can't shoot him in the head and be like, he's fine. Yeah. You know? And even, like, Levi, I'm not sure where he's at now, but he was, like, basically dead.
I
was like, why is he not dead?
Him and the Beast Titan.
He should have been dead 5 times over.
Oh yeah,
Levi has beat him 7 times. Just like stop it. Let him be dead.
Eren's brother. Or something?
I'm just like, no, let him be dead.
Yeah, I was like, all right, like Levi beating this guy, like he is up like 8-0 in the series at this point.
Yeah, I was
like the series is over.
Yeah,
like,
Levi has killed the Beast Titan 14 times, and
he's alive.
Yeah, I'm
like, all right, like come on now. It's like. Stop having him fight so much if you want him to live.
Like, yo, let him be dead. I'm just like, it was so much. And Levi kills him. It's like, oh, not really. I'm taking the hostage. You never take the hostage. Yeah, no. That is like code for any show where it's like, no, the person's just going to live because he took a hostage. Never take hostages. In fictional work, if you're an author, do not take hostages. Or do not write in someone being held as a hostage because they always come back. It always bites whoever's doing it in the butt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like every single time. And the second that Levi took him as a hostage, I said, the best player in this entire show is about to die.
I know, exactly.
And then he didn't even die. I was like,
what are we doing?
I was like,
all right.
Yeah, no. I still like the. I more didn't like the we're gonna effectively just blow the world up.
That's when I was like,
why? I mean, I haven't finished it. Tell me what happens, but I'm like, all the Titans are just marching, and
I was like,
you
don't want to go after the government or something.
But so which is why to that guy on Reddit who was like, it should be Armin who would have died. So this would have kind of made more sense. Like
it would have been like that was like because you saw at that scene like when he was dying, it was like they've been like tight. For years, and now like Armin's going to be dead. Now it's like, all right, well, I'm just gonna go kill them now. Like it would have made a little bit more sense.
Yeah, it was just like, yo, I hate the world. And I was like, all right.
Yeah, I guess I just thought it got to be more exposition and more, and I got kind of like all right, the Attack Titan has to eat this person, and then this has to happen. I'm like. And so that more of that droning on became a little more like boring at times, where I was like, all right. Because that, like, I'm fine with lore, but write the lore well into the show.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it was not saying it was bad. It just wasn't like my cup of tea, really.
Yeah.
You know, so it was just like, just show me a little bit more than you're telling me.
I was here for the what do you call it? The world. I like the world building. My only complaint was he's turning to Hitler, man. Like, it
was like
what's going on here?
I think a lot of I know you follow this person on Twitter, FD Signifier.
Yeah,
I watch a lot of his videos because he's mentioned Eren about being like an edgelord in a way because he is kind of an edgelord. Because it was like the main argument was like, why was it either genocide, like why has to be nothing or genocide? There's no other there's no other way to do this. No, some people say that. I think there was some characters mentioned possibly other ways that can handle all this. I can't
in the manga
in the anime. I think somebody said that.
My issue was like how did you game plan out going to